Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Ball State Cardinals and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Well, guys, Jeremiah Smith could be disappointed after not being a Heisman finalist last season for Ohio State. But all he did is get back to work, keep his head down, and have an unbelievable summer. He's looking better than ever, and we as college football fans are lucky that we get to watch the best player in the country one more season for the Buckeyes. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So the Ball State Cardinals kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes offense will be first on the attack. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David, and we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They are going to try to line up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, and you've got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people, and they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to pave holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Say it. Smith's got it. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Wants to return it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Cardinals offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this matchup is going to be so much fun to watch because this defense, they're really, really good. And they like to take away what you do best. And a lot of times that means focusing on your number 1 guy. Palmer, here's a problem. There's 2 in this offense. So I can't wait to watch how...
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles.
Here's a little room there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. He's got 42 yards rushing already. What a way to start this new season.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Horton. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ward. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Finds a little space. There he goes! Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and makes it.
Might have a chance. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. They They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's up to 51 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, is able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wideout trying to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeye!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understanding his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To run inside, it's Horton. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Running free. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rolled his way into the end zone.
And that's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They start the season as the #1 team in the country. You want to talk about having a bullseye on your back from day one.
Yeah, bullseye, but that also means you're really, really talented, and you're thought highly of. So this roster, it doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the country. Starting the year #1 is a great thing. That means you got talent. But how do you take this season, and how do you take step one today?
And that's the job of the coaches, I think, is to deliver the message to your team. You've got to prove it. You haven't played anybody yet. You haven't necessarily earned that #1 in front of your name. So here's your opportunity. A lot of fans watching. A lot of people excited to see just how good you really are.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Trying to impose their will with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. There's some room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Off the play fake on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Caught in the backfield, it's Hamilton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. We saw it on that last play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt. wants to make a play. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can really get dangerous in this ball game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's Sayin to throw. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Punt is on its way. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David.
Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen in behind it.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Sayin. Rushes on him. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sayin. Gets it out fast. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. When we talk to coaches, David, a lot of times we zone out when they say we got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers. Except when they get the ball in the hands of playmakers.
And, Reese, I think that's smart, right? Like, get your best players the football and get them to them fast. Let them do the rest of the work. You can see he gets the football. He can make somebody miss, make those big plays. You've got to highlight those playmakers.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, say it. Unloads it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run the counter. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with Texas, taking on the Texas State Bobcats. Now back over to your game in Columbus. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
Number 96, Celtic kick it away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. A designed run for the quarterback. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Running inside, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground with the counter. Makes it past the marker. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that misdirection was just enough to get everybody leaning one direction. And I like when you run the reverse, too, and you see it, you see space, you go attack it, understand where the 1st down marker is, and they get just enough for the 1st down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to the ground with the running back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Could be an alley. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefits of the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
On to attempt to try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. And
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's West. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Buckeye! Put 6 on the board.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressive. And the ball is free on the pitch. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week 1 is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Takes a handoff. It's Thompson. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Still on his feet at the 35. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thacker. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Motion from the wideout. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Could not make his way to the corner.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes a connection. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Cardinals, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Quick release by the QB. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Made the grab and's got plenty for the 1st down, but we do have a man slow to get up. And the Cardinals go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to the run, it's Thompson. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Finds his man. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Ball State, 17.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, it has been all positive so far in this early season game. You know there was a lot of preseason hype, and the Heisman conversation has already started. But what's more important is this quarterback's performance has lived up to that hype. He's gotten off to a good start, and the conversation is only going to get more heated and more electric from here because he is leading his team here down the stretch in a really positive way to kick off the season. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Maybe some room here. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, they say low man wins, and on that third down, the defense, they were expecting quarterback sneak. Did you see how low the D-line got? And they were able to just stymie that offense for no gain.
Waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.